Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Mojo.
How you doing?
Hello. How you doing?
Been better, been worse.
So you're the infamous woman in the video that's been going viral lately about getting attacked
Yes.
at a bar.
Yes, sir.
So
Yep.
where is that bar located? And can you give me a little bit of backstory on what's going on with this whole situation?
Yeah, so the bar is located in a Picayune, Mississippi address. But it has a different county it's registered under. It's right on the line kind of thing. The guy, okay, so my fiance, my old man, he used to be with this club. He used to be with the Gooses. He poured blood, sweat, and tears in this club. He's older, so he stepped out for medical. Stepped out good. That's been almost 4 years ago. Okay. Never had any problems with these guys. I'm always buying them rounds. They buy me rounds, whatever. Never had no issues until this one day. I don't know where this guy got this information or what, but if you look on the video, you see me walking out, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of doing like a little happy step, I'm walking out and there's other civilians there, so they can't say I walked up on a conversation. I grew up in this life. I know what to do and what not to do. Okay. Not just because I had an old man that was in a club. I've known this life way before he even come along. And anyway, you see me walking out there. I just got through buying rounds at another place, another establishment up the road for a whole nother crew. And I walk in, I see the guys out there. I went to go tell them hello. I didn't get hello out my mouth. You see the guy's hands that attacked me, like pointing at me, like lifting up off the table and pointing at me, saying, "You need to leave now. It's okay to cuss because it's going to be a lot of it."
Yeah. You can go.
Okay. It's verbatim. Okay. It's verbatim. You can actually watch the video and pretty much sync what I'm about to tell you with the movements. So you see me walk outside, and all of a sudden, the guy that's standing up that attacks me says, "You need to leave now, you." I said, "Excuse me, who are you?" I didn't recognize him at first. And I knew it wasn't a conversation, like I said. And so, "Excuse me," and you see me scoot a little closer. I'm like, "What? Who are you?" And he says, "You heard what I said. You need to leave now. You stole a club member's bike." I said, and I went to stepping closer. Now, the guy that's in the corner that he's standing next to is a dude I grew up with, him and his wife, who happened to be the bartender that day. Okay? He wouldn't be where he is today had it not been for my old man. My dude, it's so messed up. It's so messed up. And so that's why you see after the dude walks around and me and throws me to the ground and hits me in my face, only one patron stepped up. And that was an old guy, bless his heart. And he even got hit in the face. In the meantime, you see me walk over to my so-called friend, so-called brother, for like, "What the hell, dude? What's going on?" And you see him step back, take a sip of his beer, and just watch everything else going on, and then walk away from me. What is that? That's bullshit. And then the dude comes around there and tells me again I need to leave. I'm like, "Dude, you don't even know what you're talking about." And you see me pointing towards outside, which is where my bike is parked. I ride hard. And anyway, I'm pointing at my bike saying, "Dude, the only bike I have is mine and it's in my name. You don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you got stuff messed up." Like, it's so ridiculous. And then he continued to tell me I needed to leave. I said, "You know what? I'll leave, but I'm still going to have a beer in my bar." So I left from outside the patio area, and that's when I walked in, and he yelled something at me, and I said, "You don't even know what you're talking about." And I turned around and said, "You know what? F you." And that's when I walked inside. I'm not scared. I'll run my mouth just as much as they will. But you don't treat me like that. Like, I've done nothing to these people. Always been there for them. When you walk in their local clubhouse in Picayune, the artwork that's on the floor, their tri-patch and everything, I painted that. Free-handed all in one night when it was freezing cold. All their artwork in there. There's a couple of their t-shirts I've done. This is like, it's ridiculous. So anyway, I walk into the bar, and that's when you see him follow right behind me and won't leave me alone. And I finally had enough. And when he shoved my head down into the bar, it's concrete bar, by the way, I threw my hand up like, "That's enough, dude. Leave me alone." And he told the bartender to refuse me service.
Was he saying things to you while he was in back of you?
Yeah, he was telling me that I stole a club member's bike. I'm like, "Dude, you don't even know what you're talking about. You've got me messed up with somebody else. Like, you don't even know." And he's like, he's telling me that I wasn't, and all kinds of stuff. And when he was beating on me, he was telling me, "You're going to ride like a man, you get beat like a man," all kinds of stuff like that. There's a few things I don't remember because I did lose consciousness at one point. But, like, it's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. And now My old man gets a message today talking about how does it feel to be going from a 1%er to a rat. He never called the police. He never did none of that. This happened November 22nd. I filed a report. Just because I have I have a lesion in my frontal lobe, my left frontal lobe. Yeah. They found that out when I'm going through my breast cancer stuff. I've got cancer and they're going to beat on me like that.
Wow.
And that's it's so sad. It's so sad to have your so-called family and friends that smile in your face do this.
Did you never met this guy before? Did you ever meet him before?
I've met him before. I mean, like I said, I didn't recognize him at first. I've met him before, and he's bought drinks for me and my old man since he's been out the club.
Now, when did this video get released? Was it released
when I finally went down to the police station, to the sheriff's department, and filed formal charge?
In November, right?
No, the incident happened in November. We gave the club plenty of time to handle it in-house. I've got over $8,000 worth of medical bills because my insurance only covers my cancer stuff, not emergency visit for any of this, you know? And so I've been pushed to do this, and I really wanted the club to handle it. But they're like, you would think that they would want to back away from this, you know, to make it not happen. And dude, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad on the video. And it's going viral, right? A lot of people are commenting. You're getting a lot of views. And
yeah, a lot of people are burning their stuff.
Yeah, like videos of people burning their patches, their support gear.
Yep.
And so did you ever have a problem with this club in the past?
Not a one. Just recently went to the funeral of their national SA, their sergeant at arms, who was a good friend of mine around the club and out the club. And nothing was ever said there, nothing. Every time, even the week before, you know, I would go there and I would sing, because I sing sometimes and stuff, but like go there and hang out, never had a problem. Not a snooty look, nothing. They see me at other places. I can't go anywhere without them knowing me or seeing me, and they're like, hey sis, what's up, Mojo? You know?
And you said your old man was in the club for how long?
Yes, he was in this particular club, this particular chapter. Yeah.
Did you ever have any dealings with a motorcycle connected to this club?
No, sir. No, sir. The only bike I have and the only bike that I ride is mine.
So where would you get the inkling that you took a member's bike and sold it?
You know, that's the thing. Over 4 years ago now, there was an incident where my old man, he had just got me, no, it was about almost 5 years ago, had gotten me the bike, okay, as my birthday gift. Well, it was still in his name. We had an altercation, not an altercation, but like a little dispute. And so I left, and he wanted the bike located because it was still in his name and it wasn't insured. So he just put a bolo out on me to be, if y'all see the bike, let me know. I'm going to go get it, kind of thing, because he was pissed off, whatever. But he never once said I stole the bike or none of that. You know?
Maybe, do you think maybe he's thinking of that?
But we've already been around these people. In particular, that one guy who attacked me. So I don't know if the dude was up or whatever his deal is. I don't know. I know he gets out there. He's crazy. And this ain't the first time he's put his hands on people. And that's all. I just want accountability. You know, nobody I've ever known would ever stand for that to happen in their club, let alone let that be the representation of their patch.
I'm not in a club, so like wearing a patch and doing something like that on video is a pretty bad thing, because a lot of people are seeing this, and like you said, it represents the club. Like people look at that like, damn, the whole club is like that. But I mean,
well, I know that when they look at an old lady and they say, whenever an old lady, whatever she does, just like if you're in the military, you know, just like anywhere else, what your old lady does is a representation of who you are, you know? And so therefore, just like with a patch, that's, you know, same thing. When you wear that patch, you're supposed to honor it. You know, that's the whole reason you wear it. And you're supposed to have pride in it, not disrespect it on it.
Wasn't
in
that
plain view in public?
The man that was there during your interview that spoke, I'm not sure who that guy was. Wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a local guy.
He said that this guy is one of the high-ranking members there, so that's maybe why the other people didn't jump in and stop it.
It's a possibility. I think it's more of not just his rank, just his years that's been around, and his reputation, more or less. And the others are, I can tell you right now, the one that was my friend, ex-friend, or whatever the hell he want to call himself now, the one that was sitting there, I don't know if it's, I'm not going to say names on here, but that guy is now the...
I seen a video of one of you.
Yeah, it
you
is in the
dancing.
video.
You were dancing with one of
Yeah.
them guys. So, like, how does it go from that to that? It's just
dancing.
Yeah, weren't you dancing in a video, or maybe that was
Yeah,
someone else?
that was my, that on my stuff. Yeah, that was my old man. Yeah, that was my old man.
Oh yeah, when he had his patch on.
Yeah, this is years ago when he had his patch on. Yeah.
I was like, she's dancing with one of the guys. Like, I don't get it.
No, I've had no interactions with that man unless my old man was present. You know what I mean? Like, it's never, especially dealing with a bike. I can tell you right now, like, I ride my bike. I don't even let, my old man don't even back my own bike out. You know, like, that's my bike. I don't have time for another bike or anything like that unless I'm helping him build one. You know? And if anything, they should have reached out to him first. Had they had a problem, and like I said, had I been walking up on a conversation, which was not the case because there's two other civilians out there. You know, there's two other people out there who are not patch members. So you can't say I walked up on a conversation. I didn't walk out there and start anything. It was, I didn't even get a hello out my mouth. I was getting ready to buy them all around a beer.
And then the older gentleman that was at the bar, he did try to do something. Is he
he even got smacked. He even got smacked.
A supporter, or is he?
No, he's just a local patron that I just saw him at the other establishment beforehand. You know, and he's a good person. He's a good man, and he just stands up for what's right and what's wrong. You know, is wrong.
And the bartender,
and unfortunately, he took a hit.
Out. The bartender was...
Yeah, that was the wife of the man who I walked around to, the president.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. So you're getting a lot of eyes on this situation. What do you want to happen?
I want accountability to be held. I want those who were there and responsible and who put their hands on me and who did nothing to be held accountable. And if the club can't handle it in-house like they should have, instead of attacking us and realizing who they have representing for them and putting a bad name and putting a black eye on their own club and their local chapter, then they need to do something about it. They need to clean house, not come after us.
I mean, are they in the news a lot out there?
No. Not really.
I barely ever hear about them.
They're one of the oldest, you know, and I'm not saying that about all Purple and Gold. You know, they have some really good guys in there. They really do. It just stinks about the whole situation and the individuals who were there. You know, they should have made better choices. They should have just made better choices.
Are you ever going to go back to that bar?
I've been back, but both times I've had my old man with me, and the third time I was checking on my daughter, who she's of age. You know, she can go in there. She's 28 years old. She can go anywhere she wants, but she just recently moved back down to the area, and so she's wanting to know the stuff. And so because of all this, I stopped in to check on her. You know, and I think one other time I stopped in there and had one beer, and I didn't even finish it and left. And that was to see Mr. Sam and them.
Why do you get anxiety when you go there now?
Not so much anxiety when I go there. It's just what is the word I'm looking for? Another reliving. You know, ever since this video has been released, every moment of my day has now been consumed with it. And it's people that, if you talk to that know me, yeah, I'm a somewhat tough cookie, whatever, emotionally and not physically, all that. But like at the same time, it's wearing, man. It's exhausting. It's very exhausting to have every moment that you wake up that it's nothing about this, everything. You know, you can't even have a conversation. And some simple joke is like, oh, how's the weather? You can't even do that.
There's a lot of people talking about this situation. It's all over the country right now.
Yeah, it's messed up, man. It's messed up. And like I said, I grew up in this environment and I did nothing wrong. And you know, if anybody wants to come on here or anywhere else and give their side of it, please do.
Yeah, I'll give them the opportunity. Any person that was there that can come on here and explain whatever side they have, you know, I'll give them the opportunity. So it was recorded last year, but it wasn't released. Like how did
it didn't get released? Okay, so the sheriff's department had the video from when I made the initial report, which is still a few days later, okay, from the incident. Actually, it was, let's see, it happened on that Saturday. I just come back that morning from staying in Baton Rouge area from where I have my cancer treatment stuff. Okay, so I usually stay over that way and I head back the next day. I stay with family. So that morning I was heading back. So it was that Saturday, and then I think it was that Wednesday. Owner had told us that we could come up there and get the footage because my old man was getting pissed off because he had already talked to the president, and the president lied and said he wasn't even there, is what he told my old man. When he's the one whose phone I'd used to call my old man because mine was busted in the altercation. So that was, let's see, that Wednesday, the owner had told us we could go there and get the footage. By the time we get there, the owner is talking with the Gooses, the president and another one and everybody else. And all of a sudden we couldn't get the video footage. His insurance called and said, no, 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 and all this. Well, I said, okay. So that's when I was told that I had to make official report and everything else. So I think I did it 2 days later. I think it was a day or two later when I made the initial report.
You weren't going to make one.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I waited, and the cops even told me I waited a little too long to do so. But I mean, you got to realize the situation. You know, you don't just pick up the phone and call the cops for anything. You know, especially on something like this, you give them an opportunity, and they had plenty of ample opportunity to do so. And things were all been lied about and everything else brought to the table by that so-called president of the local chapter there. And just to make himself try to look better and get out the hole. But he didn't realize that, no, you can't do that when you're on film, honey. So I made the report, went down to the sheriff's office. I was finally told to just go down there and do it. So this is like a month later, or whatever date we're in now. And so I did that. I released the video the day after I got it.
The other day, right?
Just a few days ago. Yeah.
And it's blown up, and
they've had ample time to handle.
They've been reaching out now, though, right?
No. Oh, no? Only in negative ways, like calling him a rat and everything else. And then it's crazy is I'm not scared to put my name out there, my real name and everything and all this. He's not either. And here's another thing. Why do they have to comment anonymously or under AKA Good Samaritan or anything like that? Put your name out there when you want to talk about comments being negative and everything else. Shit, we're not scared.
When you made this report, what were the police saying to you? Did they say they were going to charge this guy or anything like that?
Well, they told me basically it would be a simple assault because of the way I worded it to them. They hadn't seen the video yet when they made the report. When they left from where I was to make the report at my house, they went straight to the establishment, got the video, and one of the officers called me. And he said, look, we saw the video. I had to go get another officer to help me finish watching it because it made him sick to his damn stomach. You know, it's pretty brutal. And anyway, it's basically just a simple assault. But with me talking with justice courts and everything else, and the people that I have behind me on this, there's no way it's going to be just a simple assault. Because once they get him, all they got to do is get him in custody. And once they do that, it's gonna happen. It's not going to be just a simple assault.
I mean, he viciously attacked.
I had a fractured cheekbone. I had to have my head glued back together. I had blood in my eyeball.
When this first happened, did you go directly to the hospital? Like, how did you take care of your injuries?
At the end of the video, which they don't show on the video, though, I mean, anybody's able to go get their own copy, too. If people want to keep saying, another thing people are saying, oh, it's edited. No, it's not. That you can watch the time frame on this film itself run from start to finish. It isn't two snips, but it's from start to finish, and it never skips a beat. But there's another part of the video I didn't even get it on my thumb drive the sheriff's office gave me. It's where when he's walking out, he throws my bike down and cracks my bag. My bags are those quick detach ones, and so they're not cheap. So, and I have a custom paint job on there.
Do you have that video?
I don't, but I could probably go get it. It's going to cost me another $50, but yeah, actually I will say this about the ladies at the local sheriff's office. They've been nothing but supportive, and bless their hearts, you know, and they're tore up about all this as well. But I forgot where we were going before that. You'd asked me something.
Oh,
about the hospital. Yeah. So, you see me there on the bar, and I'm bleeding all over the damn bar. And so the waitress, the bartender, Mary Jane, she just throws the towel at me. Doesn't even ask am I okay, nothing. I'm sitting there, I'm telling them, call the police, call the cops now.
She was freaking out. It looked like she wanted to call the police, but she didn't.
Her husband was there. She didn't, because her husband wasn't even intervening. You know? So what is she to do? Me, you separate your personal business, number one. Okay? Separate personal and business. I bartended at one of the roughest, toughest damn bars down here in the south of Mississippi. They have fights every night. No, you don't do that. You don't leave from behind your bar, but you pick up that phone and you call dispatch, no matter who it is. You know? You don't need people getting, because altercations like that end up sometimes escalating, and you need to defuse it right then and there. And if it's just picking up a phone, just at the threat of making a phone call, it defuses it. But anyway, so no, I'm sitting there on the bar and bleeding, and I'm like, call the cops. Well, once I saw that nothing was happening, you know, nobody's doing anything, that's when I went to go, like, after he left, I'm looking around, I'm like, what the nobody's doing anything. And so I just got on I went to go out to my bike, and it was down on the ground. I couldn't pick it up because I was just freaking furious. So they helped me pick up my bike, Mr. Sam and them, the gentleman who stepped in and got hit, and helped me get my bike up, and I took off, and then I had a police escort to the hospital.
But you drove your bike?
Yeah.
After this assault, you got your bike, picked it up, because he pushed it over when he walked out of the bar.
Yeah, they didn't give me that part of it. Yeah, they hurried up and copied this for me after, you know, the main parts about the assault, you know, not so much about the bike. But yeah, anybody can get a copy from the local sheriff's department in Hancock County, Mississippi.
And did they tell you to release it, or did they say anything?
It's mine. It's free. It's public. It's public record. It's public record. Anybody can do anything with it.
Wow. So you go to the hospital, and what happens at the hospital? They do a CAT scan.
Oh yeah, they did CTs. I have a fractured cheekbone. Like I said, they had to basically super glue right there in my head. They had to super glue it together, kind of, instead of using stitches, because of the swelling. I don't know if I sent you pictures or not, but of my eye and everything.
I've seen
the marks on my neck and all. Yeah.
I have a couple of pictures.
This. Yep.
Is this like right after it happened, or this a couple of days later?
This is, let's see, I'm wearing my hospital shirt. That's one of the hospital shirts I had. Yeah.
And then I got some stills from when it transpired. This is you sitting at the bar.
Yeah, that's when I walked in. I went to order a beer, and he's telling me, who the f do I think I am? I said, I'm having a beer in my bar. Yeah.
Then he just grabs you.
Yeah, and he told the bartender, that's when I first walk outside. He choke slams me, throws me on the ground, and then hits me in my face.
Wow. And now this is before you get over there, right?
Yes, this is, if you watch, so the guy on the left standing leaning on the table is the president. The one standing in the middle is the guy who attacked me, and then the guy who actually stepped in, one of the civilians, is right there standing next to the guy, and there's another civilian right there in the black shirt with the white on it, and then there's another guy somewhere off in the corner. He's a club member, and then the other guy, I think, is a prospect. I don't know.
The guy that stopped him at the end was a prospect, I believe, because he didn't have the center patch, but he had the round.
No, he had the center patch. The guy with the glasses? Yes, sir.
No, the guy at the end.
I know who he is. I know the names of all of them. Yeah, I know the names of all of them.
Oh, he had a center patch. I've seen he had a patch, but he didn't have the middle part on it.
He would have had just prospect on the bottom rocker.
It's pretty wild. So what did the police say to you, and are they still in contact with you? Like, when's the last time?
Yeah, so basically, when they get him in custody, it is simple assault because that's what the judge signed off on. Because I unfortunately went by myself to do the paperwork that day, and a couple of days ago, last week, whatever. And I was just emotionally distraught, and just, they make you basically fill out more paperwork about another report. It's kind of, and so I just put on there basically, closed hands, hit me, and then refer to video, And so by that, they still made it simple assault. But here's the thing. with everybody pushing on all of this and everything else, even though they may have to pick him up on a simple assault charge, it's gonna get bumped up.
I mean, you had severe injuries, and
yes, I don't know anything simple about that.
That was pretty bad. People are pretty angry, I see online.
Yes, they are, very much so.
I mean, they're burning their support gear. Like, when do you see that happen?
Well, when you're a person of the community who has no problems with anybody, as myself, and I travel all over. I ride hard, I ride everywhere, and everybody knows me and never have a problem. You know, if I do have a problem, it's a rare problem. And there's just that one person, and it's very rare, very rare.
Is this a big group down there, and how do you think it's going to be moving forward?
Hopefully they're taking the right steps to basically smear the shit off their patch, you know, that these men have put on there, and correct things and do the right thing. Like I said, because they're not all bad guys. My old man's still close friends with a few of them out there out of New Orleans, you know. And every year, even when he wasn't with the club, we would go to their Halloween parties. Man, they throw some of the best Halloween parties and fun. And it's I don't know how this is going to get handled. I know the ones that were there need to be held accountable.
What about your old man? What did he say to you when he first found out that this situation happened?
Man, he's livid. He's been livid from the very jump. The night we were supposed to go up there and get the video from them, but we were denied. They were there, and he confronted them right off. He said, "What the hell, man?" And he went to the piece. He says, "What the hell, dude?" He says, and the president looked at him and said, "Well, what's your end game?" That's what you're gonna say. That's what you're gonna say. The first words out your mouth when you look at my old man who put you where you are. What's your end game, dude? What if it was your wife? What if it was your daughter? You know, it's jacked up. It's all messed up all kinds of ways, dude. I'm telling you.
So they did put a warrant for this guy's arrest.
Yes, it has been signed. I was told yesterday it was signed. The judge has signed it.
Wow, so they're gonna end up picking him up, and and then I don't know. We'll see what happens moving forward, right?
Yes, this will be an ongoing journey.
So, what do you got planned for the future?
As far as in
your life,
dude, making it through all these treatments or surgeries I'm going to be going through. It's been a tough year going back and forth with all of that. Because I have to travel at least an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes where I got to go for that. And just, you know, now I got a flat tire on my bike, not because of any other reasons. No, it's just my valve still. But I just want to ride and just enjoy and have a simple life and just be happy. You know, just want to have joy. I don't need all this drama and BS and just, you know, I got back into making music again. And I'm happy about that. So just want to enjoy time. My daughter's home. She's a medical assistant. I've been enjoying time with her and just want to live life, man.
Are you ever going to go back to the bar?
As of right now, no, until I know I've spoken with the owners. And they're tore up about it. They really are, because, you know, I don't know if they're more tore up about the fact that the establishment is under fire, or I know his wife is really upset about what happened with me, because her and I, we've always been pretty nice to each other, and we haven't known him that long. Actually, the bar, I used to bartend there, you know, years ago, and it was another place, and then when it was years ago before that, I've always been going there for God, since it was Huggy Bears years ago. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They have a drink there named after me. Yeah.
Wow.
So that shows a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been going there for a long time, like.
Well, since they've been open as a new establishment, yeah, and even their other place in Slidell, yeah. But as far as that place goes, no, not until because she's still working there. which is I don't understand. I hate it for her, but you separate personal and business, and that is not how you are supposed to be a bar manager and not help your patrons regardless. Okay, that puts a stink on the business itself. And as far as in those guys hanging out there, I was told that the one individual who attacked me is not allowed in there anymore. He's indefinitely barred. As far as the other ones going in there, I haven't seen any change yet from other people telling me.
Do you think he'll lose his patch for this situation? I know you're a woman and you don't really not involved with the man's club, but I'm just asking your opinion.
I think, as my own opinion, yeah, he should. He should. That's disrespecting that patch. When you do what you did in public, wearing that patch, basically flying your flag for all to see, and you do what you did, yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I think he should be stripped of it and beat the hell out, really, is what I think.
It's wild that all these people sat around watching it.
It is. It really is. Very disappointing.
That old man did try.
Yeah, he did. Bless his heart. He did. And he took a hit too. He took a hit.
Yeah, the one guy at the beginning
in the white shirt, yeah.
Yeah, and then that other guy that was sitting next to you, he tried.
Yeah, he's from a whole different club. He's from a whole different club. Yeah. So yeah, he's like, hey, but he couldn't. He bless his heart. He did the most that he could. No. He yeah.
And I want everyone to know that this doesn't represent the Galloping Goose as a whole. Like, this doesn't represent them as a whole. I mean, a lot of them are good people.
Yes, a lot of them are.
So is there anything else you want to say about this situation?
It's very, very unfortunate situation. And like I said, just mainly want justice and accountability to be held in the right places. And don't go trying to make up other lies and digging your hole deeper. They know who they are. They need to step up and be the men that they think they are and do the right thing.
I mean, and for the people that are calling you a rat, you're a civilian.
He's not even in the club anymore. He's not, he stepped out in good terms. The reason he supposedly got put out, so after that happened, the president went to his local chapter and put on the table that he called the cops. The cops that hadn't even been called yet for not even the report. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. More lies on the table. So it's ridiculous.
Well, we'll see what happens moving forward. And the options there for the Galloping Goose, if they want to come out and make a statement.
They should.
I'll be available for that. And
they should.
I wish you nothing but health in the future. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. I'll keep you updated, man.
Definitely.
And thank you for all the support, you guys who are out there. I appreciate it.
Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go?
Oh, definitely. My girl Tiff and there's so many. There's so many that have been very supportive. Shannon and her husband Brandon, Tiffany and Tony, and there's just a list, man. And it goes on and on. My old man who's been by my side. This has affected him too because that was his brothers. Those were supposed to be his brothers, and he just now pulled up too.
And it puts him in a pretty bad situation,
It does. And he did nothing but, dude, it come out of his pocket to rebuild their clubhouse, all our extra materials we have around here, everything, his time away, in which any biker lifestyle, it takes away time from a relationship. But when it's constantly to where he's over there rebuilding basically your clubhouse and doing everything and didn't even not even thank yous for that. And then my time, I'm going over there helping him with it, and it's just to get shit on like this ourselves. It's just ridiculous.
It's crazy situation.
It is. But there's so many to name out there that have been supportive, and I thank y'all so much. And I knew I had people having my back, but I didn't expect this amount. And it's really, it brings tears to my heart. Thank you for the words of encouragement too, to do so, because somebody's got to speak up about it. Something's got to be done.
And don't let it affect you too much. Just shut the computer off. You know, don't dwell on it too much. It'll all work out.
It's starting to a little bit more every day now, a little to where it's not every second of the day. I mean, usually it evolves if I've asked him if he fed the dogs yet, but
well, thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, sir, and I appreciate you taking the time to do the interview. If there's anything else, let me know. I'll send you the contact info there, and you have a blessed night.
You too. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too bad. Start your own podcast. Peace.
Right. Peace.